Good evening, everyone. Well, the town has certainly been buzzing over the last 4 days, and you really can't blame anyone. The Zanesville Junior Pioneers, for the first time in the 72-year history of the AAABA tournament, they won the whole thing. They're national champs, and we're so lucky today to be joined by three members of the team: Dave Balo, the head coach; Matty Lynn, shortstop and pitcher; and Jacoby Balo, who, of course, is the bad boy. So is it finally starting to sink in 4 days later that you guys did this, that you guys are national champs?
Well, it certainly was a dream run for us to be able to do that for everybody here in the city of Zanesville, and especially for the Muskingum Valley old timers. I think that we pretty well had a good idea of what we were, up against, and just an unbelievable run, and we're really proud to be a part of it.
Dave, you mentioned over the phone that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, Matty, I'm going to ask you, did you ever think this would happen in your lifetime?
We were lucky to make it out at 1 and 2 out of pool play, and we knew what it was going to take to win it. But obviously, coming out playing New Orleans right out of the bat, and a good team, you got to think, how's it going to go?
And you hit on it. I mean, truly the definition of an underdog story here, which makes this all the more special. In years past, you would have been eliminated with that second loss. You were the only team to advance to the quarterfinals with a 1 and 2 record. So, Dave, I'll ask you, when did it hit you that, hey, who cares that we only went 1 and 2 in pool play? We've got a shot to win this whole thing. Was there a defining moment there?
Well, we certainly talked about that the night before in our team meeting. That we understood that New Orleans was going to be an outstanding team, But the bottom line was we didn't have to beat them in a 5 or 7 game series. We only had to beat them in 1 game. We had to be better than them for 2 hours, and that's exactly what we did. We played just well enough to be able to hold on and be able to beat them.
So you beat the defending champs from New Orleans, and you also beat the 2014 champs from Chicago Metro. Then Saturday rolls around, the Junior Pioneers versus Johnstown. Neither city had won this thing before. So, Matty, take me out on the field. What was that experience like? What was that atmosphere like going out there playing for all the marbles?
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, when we showed up, they were from first baseline to third baseline. There were people already filled in the stands, and just taking BP out there, walking back in, and taking infield and seeing stands full was it was awesome.
So, Dave, getting to the championship game, your guys normally have hung your hat on pitching and defense. Up until the championship game, you hadn't scored more than 4 runs in a game. Then the 6th inning rolls around, you guys put up a 5 spot. Did you see that coming? Were you guys due? Were you surprised by that at all? You end up scoring 8 runs in the game and winning.
The funny thing is I really wasn't surprised, because we really started to swing the bat against New Orleans. We talked about it the night before, that we just felt like one of those innings was coming. If we just kept, with our same approach at the plate and what we were doing, eventually it was going to come. We were hoping it was going to be in that game, and sure enough, it happened.
So it's 8-2, 2 outs in the 9th, grounder to Joe Schumar. That's the ball game. Huge dog pile on the pitcher's mound. You guys are all running around, hugging each other. It was an awesome scene for both of you guys in that moment. How special was that, not only for you guys and your team, but for everybody who's ever worn a Junior Pioneers jersey?
Honestly, just knowing we did it. As soon as that last out was made, it was just like, wow, it just happened.
And the party is not over yet for you guys. Dave, you just filled me in beforehand. You guys have a little meet and greet coming up, is that correct?
Yes, actually, we want to invite everybody out to Gant Stadium on Saturday, August 20th. 1 p.m. start there at Gant, and this is open to the public. Any former Junior Pioneer players, coaches, supporters. We want everybody to come out that we can, because this was all for you. And these players, they understand the history and represented you well, and we want you to come out and be able to celebrate with these kids and be able to share it with them.
Again, just a fantastic underdog story. The Zanesville Junior Pioneers, Dave Balo, Matty Lynn, Jacoby Balo, guys. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
National champions. It really does have a sweet ring to it, doesn't it? And August 20th, 1 p.m., the meet and greet. Make sure you're there. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.